Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, ball players. Welcome to Autumn Fest. My name is Jeff Gamache, the privilege of being Autumn Fest chairman 2016, and the privilege of speaking to you today as we open this beautiful, beautiful ballpark, Napoleon Lajoie Field. And I want to thank all of you for being here for this today. We're excited to have this beautiful ballpark, part of this wonderful city park now, and we're proud to have you here to take part in our Autumn Fest festivities. So young men, thank you. You're historic because you guys are taking part in the first official Autumn Fest baseball game. So may I tip my hat to you, young men. Thank you for being here. Give these players a nice round of applause, will you? This is really exciting. We're going to have a nice speaking program. You're going to hear from our mayor, Lisa Baldelli Hunt. And you're also going to have the treat, and he will be here throughout the weekend to hear from Gregory Rubano, a historian about Napoleon Lajoie, and you'll learn a few things. Do visit his tent out front. But to start the ceremonies off, would you please rise and stand for the playing of our national anthem as heard on the old-time baseball organ. Thank you. If you have a seat, you can be seated. But players, you may want to remain standing. You got no chairs, right, guys? These kids look ready to play baseball. Well, tremendous things like this park, like this ball field, don't happen without vision and inspiration, perspiration, and a lot of hard work. And all those attributes really describe the mayor of this city, Woonsocket, who I've had the privilege to know for some time. But over the years, it was an amazing feat to watch this project. I can tell you, as Autumn Fest chairman, I had a front row seat to watch this beautiful thing unfold. This woman spearheaded the park efforts. This is a $2.6 million renovation of this park. Not only that, but the incredible transform of ownership and responsibility to the great city of Woonsocket. Her collaboration with Little League and, of course, Autumn Fest to dedicate this beautiful field after a great Woonsocket treasure and baseball legend, Napoleon Lajoie. Would you please welcome the Honorable Mayor of the City of Woonsocket, our Mayor, Lisa Baldelli Hunt.
Thank you, and thank you to Jeff and the entire Autumn Fest Steering Committee. I would first like to thank Woonsocket Little League and Gloucester Little League for being able to coordinate to have a game here today. You will be the first team to play not only at Autumn Fest, but on the official dedication of the field to Napoleon Lajoie. While I speak with you for a minute, I would like to ask Greg Rubano to stand beside me and Mr. Raymond Bacon to also join me. So like Jeff indicated, it's a lot of hard work to coordinate everything, but it also takes a commitment from a lot of other people and dedication to making certain that something can happen. This is a testament to the young folks who are here today, to make certain that if you set your sights on something, certainly don't give up after a certain amount of time, because if you persevere, you can actually accomplish what you're looking to accomplish. It may not happen overnight, it may take years to accomplish, but certainly don't sell yourself short, because if I gave up years ago, we wouldn't be standing here today. So today is the official dedication of the field to a Hall of Famer named Napoleon Lajoie. And Woonsocket is home to actually 2 Hall of Famers. So it might be a little lesson for you to see how many communities in the country actually have a Hall of Famer that comes from their city. Woonsocket is very fortunate. We have 2 Hall of Famers, not only Napoleon Lajoie, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to have you do the research. So I'd like to take a moment to thank the Ladies Emblem Club. The Ladies Emblem Club is actually a group that donated the funds for our beautiful flagpole in the outfield. And I'd like to thank Higher Graphics, who worked with us for the beautiful wraps that are around the dugout. They not only are there for a purpose for the coaches and the players, but it also adds to the beauty of the park, and it gives you a little bit of history as to where he was born, when he was born, the park he played at. So there's meaning behind basically everything we're doing here. The next time you play, you will probably be seeing a new scoreboard. We have a beautiful scoreboard that is on order. It's being manufactured, and we are currently in talks with the Woonsocket Little League president and the others who sit on the board regarding a concession stand. So we are going to keep working to keep adding everything that's needed, so we will have a state-of-the-art field in the state of Rhode Island for you to play on and for other teams to come and join us. I just want to take a moment to thank. There's too many public officials to thank. I'm seeing them all out there. Our school committee has joined us, council members, state reps, state senators. Congressman Cicilline is somewhere floating around. But I want to give two special thanks. One to the Woonsocket Little League, because it has been sometimes challenging when we're transitioning over from 2 fields into one centrally located baseball field, and also to the Public Works Department under the guidance of Director D'Agostino. It's his workers who take care of this field, take care of the park and all the parks in the city, and they do a heck of a good job. We have 25 parks in our city. We're very lucky for an urban community, so I'd like to thank them. So I will tell you that my special guest with me today is Mr. Raymond Bacon. He's a historian, and going back to my other life as a state representative, he would give me a call on occasion to remind me that the Napoleon Lajoie Field, which was located on the eastern part of the city, we actually lost that field due to some construction, and that it was important to keep his memory alive and the accomplishments that he made. So Mr. Raymond Bacon is my special guest today, and I want to thank you for that prodding. It always helps, right?
Thank you.
Am I introducing Greg? Okay. And I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Gregory Rubano, who is in full Cleveland garb, and he is going to have a few words, and like Jeff mentioned, he will have a booth here today, and we have some other fun activities, and enjoy the game. Good luck to everyone. I hope it ends in a tie game.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. He had the single season highest average in American League history, and he still has it. He had the blessing of having fans vote to have a team named after him, a professional team, the only major league player to have that done, and they were called the Cleveland Naps. Okay. He was called the Babe Ruth of our time. For those of you who know Cy Young, the great pitcher, Napoleon Lajoie received more Hall of Fame votes than he did. And so when this man, who was called the king of baseball, the emperor of the diamond, the D'Artagnan of the diamond, when he came to Woonsocket, it was a love fest. The people didn't know how to celebrate more. So much so that during summertime when he visited, the factories closed, the whistles blew, the fire department came out, and people did as much as they could to show their devotion to their poli, P-O-L-I. Sports-minded kids who were everywhere in Woonsocket back in the 1900s followed him everywhere like the Pied Piper. It did affect their understanding of history, though. One history teacher announced that when asking what were the achievements of Napoleon, a student answered 15 total bases. The Toastmaster, at one occasion, gave Napoleon a beautiful watch. And as he gave it to him, he said, "May this watch mean home to you. Wherever you play, whatever city's name adorns your chest, remember that Woonsocket is in your heart." And Napoleon firmly agreed and spent the rest of his life keeping his Woonsocket roots together. The Unearthing Our Treasure Napoleon Lajoie campaign wants to keep this movement going to bring Napoleon Lajoie back home where he belongs. We hope to inspire by education, community spirit, and faith in self, both of which were represented by Napoleon Lajoie. So yes, he batted over 350 10 times. And yes, he batted over 3,000 hits. You can pile up all of that. But what we want, and everyone on the committee, every person who is here today, want to say to the young people of Woonsocket, believe in your dream. Don't let anything or anyone say to you that you can't make it. Napoleon had a list of reasons why he could have felt that way. His father died when he was 8 years old. He worked in the mills. He worked in the fire department. He worked in cabs, called hack drives. But he didn't give up. He lived in 9 different locations in Globe Village for 1 year, but he didn't give up. So young people, and those of you who are my age, okay, never give up. And this will be the message that will go throughout Woonsocket for the next few years and beyond.
Thank you, Gregory. If you get a chance, there's a white tent right behind the backstop where you'll see some great memorabilia. Also, Gregory Rubano will be there to speak to you. And check out, he does have some books available on the subject. He wrote several books on the topic of Napoleon Lajoie, and he'll also be giving presentations with some books and shirts while supplies last. So for those of you here this morning, you're going to want to take advantage of that. We've got another speaker on the program, and it will be none other than Nap Lajoie from his Hall of Fame speech. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame again in 1937, along with some of the greatest legends in baseball history, such as folks like Cy Young, Connie Mack, and Tris Speaker. This recording was sourced from the National Baseball Hall of Fame, and thank you, Gregory Rubano, for making this happen. So let's listen into the words of Nap Lajoie.
Napoleon Larry Lajoie, baseball's greatest second baseman, a natural hitter, and a model of grace.
Yes, sir, he used to scoop him up, overhand, underhand, on his ear, on his back. It made no difference. The old Frenchman.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very glad to be here today and to meet all the old-timers that you probably, a lot of you, have watched playing baseball and some of the greatest men that ever walked on the ball field. And I am glad to have the honor to be here today and join with them And I hope that everybody enjoys it as well as I do, because I'm certainly having a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
What a wonderful piece of history, Gregory. Thank you for sharing that. And that's just a glimpse of some of the history you'll see if you do stop by and see him. That's a real treasure to have. We'll make sure our museum gets that as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's such a great baseball tradition. This is an exciting time. It's time for the first pitch here at Napoleon Lajoie Field. And we're going to have our first pitch, of course, with our all-star pitcher, Mayor Lisa Baldelli Hunt. And she's going to be throwing out to Connor Tebow, member of the Major Division Championship team and Jamboree Championship team. And we'll be returning next season, so come on out. And it's time for our first pitch. Mayor, I'm going to make it a little easier for you. I'm going to move the microphone for that. How about that? Of course, we invite any members of the media to get in any position needed to... Oh, she's got quite an arm. Wonderful pitch, and thank you, Connor. Nice job, young man. Nice job, young man. So again, folks, enjoy the game. The game's going to start at noon between Gloucester and Woonsocket. Some exciting baseball action coming your way at noontime, so stick around for that.